Jose Alvarez, and Alvarez did another good job. 3 innings of scoreless pitching. He allowed 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 3. And now the game in the hands of 2 veterans, Rick Mahler and Bob Forsch. Jose Oquendo will lead off here in the 12th, then Vince Coleman, then Ozzie Smith.
Leading off first baseman, Jose Oquendo.
Oquendo 1 for 1 since he entered the game. He had a single in the 9th.
Whitney Houston and Tiffany are getting very upset.
That's fouled away. The count 0-1. Depending on how long Mahler goes tonight, this should not really affect his scheduled start on Monday, unless he stays in there for 5 innings or something like that. Then he would have to be given 1 extra day.
Bite your tongue.
0-2 the count on Jose Oquendo. This would normally be the day that Rick Mahler would throw on the side anyway. Here's the 0-2. 1-2.
Boy, it's a long night for the umpires, too. They're out there on their feet for... We're close to the 4-hour mark now.
It's been a long week for the Cardinals. The curve is driven toward first. Perry knocks it down. Let's see if he can recover. He can. Mahler was there to take the throw. 1 down.
Gerald doesn't panic here because he knows the ball's right at his feet. And he gets it to Mahler with plenty of time to spare, about 2 steps.
Mahler lifetime 5-7 against the Cardinals. Most of those decisions coming as a starting pitcher. Here's Vince Coleman, who's been up 6 times and has 3 hits. Coleman wanted time to be called, but did not get it from plate umpire Bob Davidson. The pitch missed high anyway. Ball 1. That evens the count. 5 runs, 8 hits for Atlanta. 5 runs, 17 hits for the Cardinals. "15 men left on base tonight by St. Louis. Up the middle, that is through for a base hit. Vince Coleman getting his 4th hit of the game. Hit number 18 by the Cardinals, and now Rick Mahler, who's pretty good at holding runners, has his work cut out for him with Vince Coleman over there. Ozzie Smith will be the batter. He's 2 out of 6, a pair of singles. In fact, all of the Cardinal hits tonight except 1 have been singles. They have 17 singles and that 1 double by Tony Pena back in the 2nd inning. He's going on the first pitch. A balk has been called. A balk was called by plate umpire Bob Davidson. Vince Coleman, the type of runner that can cause you to do that. Maybe that's why Coleman's stolen bases are down. Maybe pitchers are balking him over there all the time. No pause.
That's it. Coleman knew it, and it slowed up, and now the winning run is in scoring position with 1 out, and again the balk rears its ugly head. 1 on each team now.
It's one of the reasons they strengthened that balk rule this year and told the umpires to enforce it more firmly, was they wanted pitchers to come to a full stop. Feeling that too many pitchers were trying to quick pitch, in a sense, with runners on base when they had runners like Coleman. Now the pitch to Ozzie Smith, taken for a ball. 1-0.
We mentioned earlier, Coleman is 5 out of 6 when attempting to steal 3rd this year, so we got to keep an eye on him now too.
And he was running back in the 4th inning when he was the runner at 2nd base. 1-0, hit foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves pitchers have had only 4 balks called on them all season. That's one of the lower totals in the major leagues, but this one could be very costly here in the 12th inning tonight. Smith takes a strike. It's 1-2.
Coleman bluffed to start there, and you wonder if that doesn't disconcert a hitter when he sees the runner at second bluffing like that.
5-5 game. The potential winning run for the Cardinals. Down at second base with 1 out. And the 1-2 to Ozzie Smith makes it 2-2. On the way to Ozzie Smith. Little tap foul. Willie McGee, the on-deck hitter. Vince Coleman down at second base. He'll get that big lead again down there. The 2-2 to Ozzie Smith. The count is full. One out here in the 12th inning. Mailer ready for the 3-2 to Ozzie Smith. Fly ball to center field. It should be handled by Deion James. Coleman will hold at second base. 2 men out. Willie McGee the batter.
Center fielder, Willie McGee.
McGee has had 3 singles and 3 strikeouts in 6 at-bats. Chuck Tanner on his way to the mound now. This could be a who would you rather pitch to? McGee or Bernansky? First base is open. There's the on-deck hitter, Tom Bernansky. We'll see if they pitch to Willie McGee here. They're not going to. McGee will be walked intentionally, and Bernansky will be stepping in with runners at first and second. This will be the first walk given up by Mailer, the 5th walk of the night for Braves pitching. And it'll bring up Tom Bernansky with runners first and second and 2 outs. Bernansky tonight has singled twice, walked twice, and flat out twice. 2 for 4. Cardinals leading RBI man with 20 on the year, plus the 6 that he had at Minnesota before coming over in the Tommy Herr trade. Bernansky requests time. He's seen a little bit of Rick Mailer. The Braves and the Twins play occasionally in spring training, but he hasn't seen much of him. Foul back the fastball, 0-1. at second base, Vince Coleman. If Brunansky can get him home, the ball game's over. McGee also on at first. And if Brunansky can't get him in, if he makes the third out here, that'll be 17 men left on base by the Cardinals. One ball, one strike to Brunansky. Just missed outside. Mailer wanted that pitch. Two and one the count. Time called again. This game is 1 minute away from being 4 hours old. The 2-1 taken low, and the count 3-1. Well, now Brunansky in the driver's seat. He can look for a pitch here. The on-deck hitter is Tom Lawless. And Mailer ready now for the 3-1. Popped him up. Let's see if it stays in play in foul territory. Gerald Perry coming over. He's got just enough room. And we go onward from St. Louis, heading for the 13th.
This is the Goody's Extra Strength formula that you made the best-selling headache powder in the Southeast. The same reliable brand that's been relieving the pain and discomfort of headaches, arthritis, muscular aches and colds for more than 50 years. And the very same extra strength formula that Goody's has now made into a tablet. Goody's Extra Strength tablets and powders. Now, isn't that a relief?
Who makes the best personal computers for business? When you rank different models, a startling pattern emerges. The most powerful PC in the world, the most powerful portable in the world, and the most powerful mid-range PCs in the world all have one thing in common. They come from the company whose annual sales reached $1 billion faster than any other in history. Compaq. It simply works better.
It's still 5-5. The Cardinals have now left 17 men on base over the first 12 innings. We're going into the 13th. The National League record for the most men left on in a 13-inning game is 20. So if the Cardinals load them up and leave all three in the bottom half of this inning, they'll tie a record. Murphy, Griffey, Perry due up against Bob Forsch. Top of the 13th, there's Skip.
Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome.
I know I am. These are the guys you would want up here. Murph has had a tough time of it. He's 0 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. He has scored a run, and his average is down around 212, 213 area. 214 to be precise. Night Tracks Chartbuster still promised for later on tonight.
Tiffany's really getting steamed.
Whitney Houston has walked off. 1 ball, no strikes. The Beach Boys are hanging tough. Two and 0 to the Atlanta right fielder. Well, we're now at the 4:02 mark in this game. 3-0 to Murphy. A walk would be a good start here.
This really is the last thing that Whitey Herzog needed. His pitching staff has been worked to death this week with a 16-inning game, a 13-12 game where he used 6 pitchers. He's used 6 pitchers in tonight's game. There's a strike to Murphy. 3-1.
Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the 13th inning. There's the White Rat, as he is affectionately known. Only in baseball would that be an affectionate nickname. The 3-1 pitch. Full count now. Forsch battles back. It's 3-2. Forsch was 11-7 a year ago with the Cardinals. Fly ball foul, still 3-2. He and his brother Ken, the first combination in baseball history of brothers to both pitch no-hitters. Murphy hits it to second. Alicea has it. 1 out. Dale is 0 for 5. Here's Ken Griffey. 1 for 5. He's singled back in the 4th. Scored an Atlanta run.
Forsch, one of those guys. He's really never been a superstar, but he's done just about everything that a player hopes to accomplish in his career. He had a 20-win season back in 1977. You mentioned he pitched a no-hitter. He's been on world championship teams. He hit a grand slam home run 2 years ago.
He's out of Sacramento, California. Ground ball to first. That's a fair ball. 2 out. And it's all up to Gerald Perry if Atlanta is going to break through in the 13th.
Gerald Perry.
5-5. It's been that way since an infield out by Andres Thomas scored Ronnie Gant with a tying run for Atlanta in the 7th. We're now in the 13th.
Hey, guys.
1 ball, no strikes.
Can't stay there, please. So, can't sit in no seats, so.
1-1. Sharply hit, but Oquendo makes the play. Finds Forsch. The Braves can't get it out of the infield in the 13th. We go to the bottom half. It's still 5-5.
I'm State Farm Agent Bill Harrell. Just came from the Harrises. They like the way I keep their homeowners insurance up to date and help them with claims too. The Harrises told the Floyds told the Carvels told the Lockmans, and so on. When you deliver good service with homeowners insurance, like State Farm agents do, word gets around. That's why State Farm insures more homes than anyone else.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sunday, someone put doubt in a white man's mind.
I want to know about Rachel Zachary. Sister!
About another white man's woman.
Why would they want to buy me?
Now, every man must fight to prove what cannot be forgiven.
The word is out, Ben.
Anyone touches her, I'll put a bullet through their God-fearing gut.
Burt Lancaster, Audrey Hepburn, and Audie Murphy are the Unforgiven. 10:35 Eastern on the Superstation Sunday morning.
Quick look at the scoreboard for you. Bob Knupper got the win for Houston. Atlee Hammaker saved it for Mike Krukow as the Giants won. Cincinnati got 4 in the first. Mario Soto got the win. Dodgers bat on the bottom of the 6th. That's a 3-2 ball game now. Alejandro Pena has replaced Don Sutton. And it's now 3-2 San Diego over Montreal. A late update on that. That's in the 7th. There's a look at your American League scores. And we go to the bottom half of the 13th. Lawless, Lake, and Alicea are the scheduled hitters for St. Louis. It's now Bob Forsch against Rick Mailer. Lawless was called out on strikes his only at bat against Alvarez. And Mailer deals. Slow curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 5-5, bottom of the 13th. Pete Van Weer and Skip Carey with you from St. Louis. Fastball outside. A ball and a strike to count. Just missed the outside corner. It's 2-1. That got Virgil that foul tip. 2-2 the count.
Lawless has hit only 2 major league home runs in his career. One of them last year in the World Series against Frank Viola. The other one came against the Braves back in '84. Hit it off Ken Daly, who's now his teammate.
And I'm sure Mr. Lawless reminds Mr. Daly of that on a daily basis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Lawless, 3-2. The payoff. Bounce foul. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it eludes the Andy Frayne usher out in left field, who's obviously tiring under the strain here. But he's not as tired as Ken Griffey. Griff says you're on your own.
Yeah, he pointed to the ball, said something to Ken Griffey. Griff didn't move.
He went and got a couple for him earlier, but enough is enough. Don't want to walk this guy to lead off the inning. Oh, strike 3 called. I think the Braves got a break. That ball looked way high and way outside. 1 out.
Tom Lawless agrees with you, Skip. He's shaking his head still as he walks back toward the dugout. Well, on that particular replay, it looked like too bad a pitch.
Looked higher than that. He might have been right. 1 out. So Lake bats. And it's 0-1 to him. Our old pal Randy. Well, we got a lot of alumni on this club.
We do.
4 or so. Randy O'Neill up in the bullpen for St. Louis. A ball and a strike to Lake. Lake was a one-time Chicago Cub who was a teammate and battery mate of Steve Trout, which used to cause a whole lot of trouble in our booth. A ball and 2 strikes to Lake. He chased a terrible pitch and struck out. 2 down.
Second baseman, Luis Alicea.
That looked like just a straight changeup. That was not a curveball, just a floating changeup. Bottom fell out of it.
The floater got Lake. Alicea is 0 for 6. We mentioned earlier in the game that his brother Edwin on the Florida State baseball team in Memphis tonight looking in. They've seen a lot of baseball. You guys better get your rest. You got a game tomorrow. A ball and a strike to count. In the 14th, Virgil, Oberkfell, and Gant for Atlanta. The 1-1 drilled into center field, but Deion James drifts back. The inning is over. Well, we go to the 14th, and we're tied 5-5.
When Delta Airlines Steve Masutka found a wedding ring, The person who lost a ring, please return to Delta's Gate B6.
I'll be standing over here
He
by
knew
the jet.
someone had to be very unhappy.
Young man, are you the one who found my ring?
Yes, ma'am.
This means so much to me. How can I repay you?
This is part of my job, ma'am.
Delta love to fly and it shows.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. There's no place that I'd rather be. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Beer.
Bob Force ready to go back to work as we go to the 14th inning here. Ozzie Virgil will lead it off against him, and here once again with the play-by-play story is Pete Van Weeren.
Thank you, Skip.
You're welcome.
6 up, 6 down against Force so far. Ozzie Virgil is 1 for 5 in the game, and he'll lead it off against Force, who has pitched 2 no-hitters in his career in the major leagues. Had one against the Phillies in 1978, one against Montreal in 1983. Tiring night for the umpire. They don't get to go and sit down every half inning. There's Ozzie Virgil. Top half of the 14th inning. We're still tied at 5. Juan Eichelberger has gotten up in the Atlanta bullpen. Third baseman Tom Lawless has made a couple of nice plays tonight. Made a good play on Dale Murphy in the 10th inning and takes at least a base hit and maybe a double away from Ozzie Virgil there. Fastball's on the inside part of the plate. That's where Virgil likes it. But Tom Lawless right there. Now Ken Oberkfell. There you see Eichelberger. Oberkfell 1 for 5. He had that 2-run triple back in the 4th inning. Ball 1, the count to Oberkfell. Now the 1-0 on the way. Ground ball sharply hit, but second baseman Luis Alicea right there. And very quickly 2 down. That's 8 in a row retired now by Bob Force. And Ronnie Gant will be the batter. Gant 1 for 4. He had a double in the 7th inning. He also had a sac fly earlier in the game, driving in his 10th run of the year.
Second baseman Ron Gant.
Pitcher's spot is due up next. The Braves have left as potential pinch hitters Bruce Benedict, Gary Renicky, Paul Runge. Cardinals have only 1 non-pitcher left on the bench. That's outfielder Dwayne Walker. 0-1 the count. With 2 outs here in the top of the 14th. One ball, 1 strike. There is one of Atlanta's remaining pinch hitters, Gary Renicky. And Gant drills one past shortstop Ozzie Smith, base hit. That's the 9th Atlanta hit. Now Rick Mailer's going to bat for himself.
Pitcher Rick Mailer.
So Eichelberger will sit down in the Atlanta bullpen. I thought we might see a pinch hitter here, but I guess not. Mailer 0 for 11 this year. Soon to be 0 for 12. Lawless. And that's it for the Braves in the 14th. We go to the bottom half. Still tied 5-5.
Davis loves what he does for Delta, and sometimes it loves him back.
Hi, boy. How you doing?
Dear Delta, please take care of Spooner. He's never been on a plane before.
No windows today, boy. How about an aisle seat?
Spooner! Spooner!
Dear Brian, I thought Spooner would like his wings.
Hey, Spooner, you got your wings.
Now you can take your car to the car wash or take the car wash to your car. The Zip Wax Hydro System from Turtle Wax. It's like having an automatic car wash in your driveway. The Hydro System powers away dirt and grime and leaves the kind of shine and protection Turtle Wax is famous for. The Zip Wax Hydro System from Turtle Wax. The easiest way you can wash and wax your car.
We go to the bottom half of the 14th inning. Dwayne Walker will pinch hit for Forsch to lead off the bottom of the 14th. Then Jose Oquendo and then Vince Coleman. Walker, the last available pinch hitter Whitey Herzog has, unless he wants to go to one of his pitchers. He's 1 for 4 on the year. Randy O'Neal up again in the Cardinal bullpen as Rick Mahler completes his warm-ups. It's Dwayne Walker, a player that looked for a while like he was going to be a pretty good one. He came up with the Cincinnati Reds, hit .292 for them back in '84, and then went over to Texas. And after hitting just .174 with Texas in '85, he was back in the minor leagues and been playing AAA baseball the last 3 years. Hit .293 at Louisville last year. .31 years old, Dwayne Walker. Nothing and 1 the count. We're in the bottom half of the 14th inning in a game that has lasted 4 hours and 20 minutes. The 0-1 on the way now to Dwayne Walker. 1-1 the count. Into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So the Cardinals get their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 14th. And now they'll bring up Jose Oquendo, who you can bet the mortgage will be bunting. He's 1 for 2 since coming into the game, a single and a ground out. Walker on at first. That's the 19th Cardinal hit. They've had 18 singles and a double in this game.
Boy, that's their story, isn't it?
Oquendo gets the bunt out toward the mound. Rick Mahler will field. Ronnie Gett will take the throw and down to second goes Walker.
Left fielder Vince Coleman.
Perfect bunt. He deadens the ball here on the artificial turf. That's an absolutely perfect sacrifice bunt. Mahler has only 1 play, and it's a close play at first. Got him by a step and a half.
So the Cardinals with a season high 19 hits in this ball game. Once again, a runner in scoring position and a chance to win it. With 1 out, Walker down at second. Vince Coleman, who is 4 for 7 in the game. 4 singles. Nothing in 1 was the fastball caught the inside corner. Coleman has never had more than 4 hits in a game. His is the 6th time he's had a 4-hit game in his major league career. 1-1 the count. If Mailer gets out of this inning, we'll see Randy O'Neal in the 15th for the Cardinals. One ball, one strike, one out. Boy, you really have to be careful with these hitters, guys like Coleman and Ozzie Smith. The long ball doesn't worry you, but they just slap the ball around. The 1-1. Ground ball to short. Andres Thomas thought about going to third, goes to first instead, and just does get Vince Coleman. He might have had a play at third on Walker had he gone that way.
Shortstop, Ozzie.
So Ozzie Smith steps in with 2 outs.
Here's the play again. He's afraid of hitting the runner. And they take their chances with 2 out. The lead winning run is 90 feet away.
Ozzie Smith tonight is 2 out of 7, 2 singles. 2 men out. Mailer gets the windup back. Ball 1 to Ozzie Smith. Two and 0 the count now, and Smith with Willie McGee on deck. Ken Griffey is about as shallow in left field as you'll ever see an outfielder play against a non-pitcher. Here's the 2-0 to Ozzie Smith, and it's 2-1. There you see how shallow Griffey is playing in left. Deion James plays moderately deep in center field. Dale Murphy a little deeper in right field. 2 balls and a strike on Ozzie Smith with 2 outs, a runner at third in the bottom of the 14th. The 2-1 pitch coming. To third to Oberkfell. Rick Mailer gets out of it, and the Cardinals strand their 18th base runner of the night. We go to the 15th inning, still tied.
Sure he's coming.
He'll be here. As long as I've known Tom. I need help. He's there.
We're still shorthanded.
Yep. Sure, I'm glad to see you.
Reckon you are.
Stay with you?
Figured you wouldn't mind.
Strays rounded up, you head for the mountains. Bush. And the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream.
Well, sure owe you one.
How about this in here?
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Top half of inning 15, still tied at 5. Randy O'Neal becomes the 7th St. Louis pitcher to work tonight. O'Neal, a former Brave, has a 2-2 record. This is his 2nd relief appearance. He has made 4 starts. And he'll be facing the top of the order for Atlanta, James, Thomas, and Murphy. 5-5, 15th inning. Here's Skip.
Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome.
James doubled in the 1st, sacrificed in the 7th, so he has won 4-5. O'Neal started the year in the minor leagues. He throws that split finger fastball. He came over to the Cardinals in a trade for relief pitcher Joe Baver, who's now pitching effectively down at Richmond for Atlanta. He was 4-2 with the Braves with a higher earned run average 5.61, 3-1 at Louisville with a 4.56. And with the Cardinals last year had no record in one game, a 1.80 earned run average. And James will lead it off.
Now pitching for the Cardinals for 39, Randy O'Neill. When Walker stays in the game and plays left field.
Walker stays in the game, by the way, and plays left field. There's a game at 1:15 local time tomorrow. This one is really going to take its toll on the players on both teams. 0-1. 4.5 hours of baseball tonight, and nothing has been decided yet. It's still 5-5. It has been since the 7th. We're now on the 15th. He ran up to bunt, didn't get it. 0-2. Boy, you got a feel for Bob Davidson, the home plate umpire. In the offseason, you know what Bob does? He officiates high school basketball games. He gets yelled at all year round. James steps out of the batter's box. Sharply hit. Oh, funny hop. But Oquendo's done a good job at first base. 1 down. That takes care of James. Here's Andres Thomas.
This ball hit right on a seam on that turf. That's where the bad hop came from. But Oquendo was there.
Thomas 1 for 6 with an RBI. 19 Cardinal hits, 9 for Atlanta. 1 ball, no strikes to the Atlanta shortstop. Tom Glavine, Larry McWilliams tomorrow. 2:15 Eastern Time. Chased a high pitch and struck out.
Randy O'Neill, who has a split-fingered fastball, looked like he just threw him a straight fastball that time. Got it up in the strike zone. I'm sure he didn't want the pitch there. But Thomas missed it anyway.
So Andres 1 for 7 on the night. Come on, Murph. It's getting late. Right back to the mound. Nothing doing in the 15th for Atlanta. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left. Bottom half of the 15th inning rolls around. 5-5.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush.
This is the moment of truth. You're confident as you step up to the mound. They're expecting a squeeze play, but no. 'Cause today you're throwing nothing but a strike. Matchlight Real Kingsford Charcoal with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added for perfect lighting every time and surefire delivery to the plate. Matchlight Charcoal from Kingsford. What the pros use.
Well, we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Fifth inning. Wishful thinking of the 15th inning. Rick Mailer's still on the pitch, so he's history as far as Monday night in Cincinnati is concerned. He's got some tough outs to get here. Willie McGee, then Tom Bernansky, and then Tom Lawless. Pete Van Weeren, Skip Carey with you. There's about 15,000 left here of the 49,000 that were here when it started.
What the Braves will probably do is move Kevin Kaufman up to a Monday start, move Mailer back a day, have a pitch on Tuesday.
Willie McGee has 3 hits. He has 3 strikeouts, and he has a walk. And the breaking ball is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. swing again. It's 0-2. Where did he pick up that? I never saw him swing like that till tonight.
It looks like all he's trying to do on a breaking ball, when the ball is breaking downward, is just reach down there with the bat and just slap it. Try to hit a ground ball somewhere. Hope that it finds a hole.
Fastball high and away. A ball and 2 strikes. McGee waits and Naylor into the wind. Here we go. Curve looped into left field. Griffey had him played perfectly. 1 up. Tom Brunansky, the batter. He has a couple of hits, a couple of walks in the game. He's 2 out of 5. He has an RBI.
We never did get an injury report on Terry Pendleton, but Cardinals might have another guy who won't be available because of an injury. Looked like he had a hamstring or something when he left the game.
Low and away to Brunansky. 1 ball, no strikes.
Now we do get word it was a pulled right hamstring, so that's going to get him out of action for a while to add to that long list of Cardinal injuries.
Just missed outside. Brunansky at 3.01 for the year since coming over. The 2-0 pitch. Here it is. It's 3-0. They might just turn him loose here and try to win it with 1 long swat. He's a power hitter. It looked like he was swinging, but the pitch was out of the strike zone. So Brunansky is aboard. 2nd walk for Mailer. The other was intentional. And Tom Lawless, the batter, he has hit twice and struck out twice. And Steve Lake moves on deck. Brunansky is not a real speedster, but he runs good enough. He stole a base early. Curve outside. Mailer misses again. 1-0. Fastball just missed. 2-0. So the plate begins to jump around on Rick Mailer. 6 straight have missed the strike zone. That might have been ball 3. It looked like a fastball up, but Lawless pounced on it, fouled it back. Night Track's Chartbusters will follow. Two and two. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Will we convince the Cardinals to leave their 19th runner on board? Oberg fell to his left, goes to second, out there on to first, no chance. So 2 are out. And Steve Lake is the batter, with a runner still at first.
It's a final now from San Diego. Padres beat Montreal 3-2.
Best I can figure, they started about at least 2, maybe 2.5 hours behind us. Right? They did that without Jerry Coleman as they're covering this game. Padres fine announcer. Jerry's got to fly out there and do a game tomorrow. Runner at first, 2 out. Pitch out, nothing happening. Well, the weather's nice out west, Pete. I can testify to that.
So can I.
Oh, that's right. You just got here too, didn't you? Well, I'm sure Bob Neal watching tonight, getting ready for his Monday night game in Atlanta. That should do it. Little basketball toss by Thomas. And the inning is over. No hits, no runs, no errors, one left. We meander on toward the 16th. 5-5.
Even when all of Company B heads for the phone, it's no problem for Gail Godfrey.
Delta Airlines, Gail Godfrey.
Y'all fly to Lubbock, Texas?
Yes, that is confirmed.
I got some friends who want to talk to you now. Just hold on a second. Thank you. Cincinnati, Ohio. New York City. Monroe, Louisiana.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
San Jose, California. Portland, Oregon. Here, Montana.
You're all set. Thank you for calling, Delta.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Gail. Did you get many calls this afternoon? One.
Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
When the sun's real hot, a day of hard work seems to last a week.
Out with you boys. It's only 102.
Bush. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream.
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Pitcher Jose De Leon, the winner last night, is now the left fielder. Morris goes to first base. And the new pitcher for the Cardinals is their utility man, Jose Oquendo. I guess Whitey Herzog feels he can't burn his staff anymore, and he'd rather, if it works out that way, sacrifice one game and have some pitching for the next week. So Oquendo will get the call here. That's a bit of a shocker as we go to the 16th inning. So you got a pitcher in left, a left fielder at first, a second baseman at third, an outfielder, infielder pitching for St. Louis. We go to the 16th. Here's Pete.
Thank you, Skip.
You're welcome.
Jose Oquendo pitched in one game last year, but believe me, it was not under these circumstances. It was in a game where the Cardinals were way out of it late. Didn't want to waste another pitcher, so he worked one inning, gave up 3 runs, 4 hits, walked 1, hit 1 batter, and did not record a strikeout. But apparently Whitey Herzog, after this long week, a 16-inning game on Wednesday, a 13-12 4-hour ball game on Thursday where he used 6 pitchers, and having used 7 pitchers tonight with a game coming up tomorrow afternoon, and John Tudor being a pitcher who you don't really want to use in relief in the middle of starts since he's coming off the disabled list. So he's just decided to stick Jose Oquendo out there and hope that he can get through the top half of this inning.
You know, they do have an off day Monday.
They'll need it. Oquendo pitching to Ken Griffey. Ball 1. To right center field. Back for this one goes Willie McGee, and it's going to bounce off the wall. Griffey heads for second, and he'll be in with a stand-up double.
Well, there's your chance to win the game against this guy. If you don't win this one, you wonder if you'll ever win again, because he's not a pitcher.
In the ball game tomorrow, Herzog could use Steve Peters. He could use Scott Terry. They work less than an inning apiece tonight. I don't know about Ken Daly. He might be on one of those programs where he needs, after pitching 2 days in a row since he came in last night, he might need a day off. He just came off the disabled list. Worrell worked 3.
He could use O'Neill again. That's why I'm really surprised he took him out.
He must be thinking about maybe long relief for Randy O'Neill tomorrow if he needs one that early. Larry McWilliams will start. They're going to intentionally walk Gerald Perry here. But the situation is simply one where Whitey Herzog's bullpen, and the entire pitching staff for that matter, is worn to a frazzle. You kind of feel sorry a little bit for Jose Oquendo. Intentional walk to Perry. And Ozzie Virgil will be the batter with runners at first and second.
Well, you know one thing. They've got a good fielding pitcher out there. Oquendo can pick it. Will the Braves try to bunt with Virgil?
Catcher Ozzie Virgil.
If it was a regular pitcher out there, they might, but I have a feeling with Oquendo out there, they might just let Virgil swing away. Meanwhile, Jose De Leon out in left field is praying nobody hits one out there. Juan Eichelberger up again in the Atlanta bullpen.
And the cupboard is bare out there now. That bench is vacant.
De Leon was the winning pitcher last night, working 8 2/3 innings. First and second with nobody out. Ball 1 to Virgil. There's Eichelberger in the Atlanta bullpen. We're at the top of the 16th 5-5 game. Whitey Herzog all but waving the white flag here. Perry at first, Griffey at second, nobody out. 2-0 the count. Oquendo, being a non-pitcher, will really have to be careful about his stretch here, making sure he comes to a full stop. In the hole to right field, base hit. Griffey will be waved around third. Here comes the throw home, and Link puts the tag on Griffey. He's out. Braves took an awfully big chance there with nobody out. And on this turf, the ball got to Brunansky in a hurry, and he was able to throw out Ken Griffey at home.
Brunansky's got a fine arm, and this frankly wasn't even close. A two-hop throw. He's out by 20. And there was no one out in the inning when they sent the runner. They throw 2 hops, and he's still out. So instead of the bases loaded and nobody out, you've got first and second, 1 out.
And the batter, Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell 1 for 6. That was a triple back in the 4th inning. Braves now have 11 hits. Down the left field line toward the bullpen, the third baseman Tom Wallace has it, and there are 2 men out. And now those that stuck around here in the St. Louis crowd on their feet, pulling for this little man, Jose Oquendo. They're starting to chant Jose, Jose. And now let's see. Time being called. Whitey Herzog wants Brunansky to move to left field. De Leon's going to move to right.
De Leon just now getting the message out there. He's thinking it was never like this in the American League.
So De Leon moves over to right field. Brunansky goes to left. Ronnie Gant, a dead pull hitter. What he's thinking here is if there's a base hit, I'll let him try to throw another guy out at home. Because the base hit will in all likelihood go to left field. Ronnie Gant is 2 for 5. He has a sac fly besides. A single, a double, 1 RBI. Virgil at first. Perry at second. 2 outs. 0-1.
Ronnie, please get a base hit.
The runners get their leads. Oquendo to Gant. Fly ball deep center field. Willie McGee back near the warning track. He's got it. Jose Oquendo got the Braves out. We go to the bottom half of the 16th. It is still a 5-5 game.
This is the Goodies Extra Strength formula that you made the best-selling headache powder in the Southeast. The same reliable brand that's been relieving the pain and discomfort of headaches, arthritis, muscular aches and colds for more than 50 years. And the very same extra strength formula that Goodies has now made into a tablet. Goodies Extra Strength tablets and powders. Now, isn't that a relief?
Who makes the best personal computers for business? When you rank different models, a startling pattern emerges. The most powerful PC in the world, the most powerful portable in the world, and the most powerful mid-range PCs in the world all have one thing in common. They come from the company whose annual sales reached $1 billion, faster than any other in history. Compaq. It simply works better.
Bottom half of the 16th inning. It is still a 5-5 game. This crowd went crazy between innings, standing and hollering, Jose, Jose. After the little infielder turned pitcher got the Braves out with the help of some bad base running by Atlanta. You look back at that inning, if the leadoff hitter Ken Griffey, who doubled, stops at third on the Ozzie Virgil single, Ken Oberkfeld's pop out is out number one. The fly ball by Ronnie Gadd is a sac fly that gets the run home. Didn't happen that way. In the bottom of the 16th, Luis Alicea, then Dwayne Walker, and then the pitcher Jose Oquendo. If he comes up here in the bottom half of the 16th inning and knocks in the winning run, this place will be up for grabs. Rick Mailer has worked 4 scoreless innings in relief, given up just 2 hits. And here's Luis Alicea, who is 0 for 7 tonight. The only 2 players that the Cardinals have not used, tomorrow's starting pitcher, Larry McWilliams and John Tudor. 0-1, the count on Alicea. Nothing in 2, the count. Larry McWilliams no longer charting pitches. He ran out of paper. 1-2, the count on Alicea. Now the 1-2. Bounced right back to Rick Mailer. 1 down.
First baseman.
Now Dwayne Walker came on as a pinch hitter in the 14th, played left field in the 15th, first base in the 16th. 1 for 1 at the plate tonight. Mailer deals a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 5 runs, 11 hits for Atlanta. 5 runs, 19 hits for the Cardinals. Cardinals have left 19 men on base. Braves have stranded 9. Pitcher Jose Oquendo in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. Mailer ready, the 1-1 on the way. That'll be out of play. 1-2 the count. This game approaching its 5th hour. It is 4 hours, 53 minutes old right now.
Approaching its 6th hour.
Rick Mailer will handle it. 2 down. And here's the crowd reaction to Jose Oquendo. Oquendo 1 for 2 since entering the game. He has a single, a ground out, and a sacrifice bunt. Out toward second. Ronnie Gant backhanded grab on to first. We continue from St. Louis. Mailer with a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 17th. Still tied.
I'm State Farm Agent Bill Harrell. Just came from the Harrises. They like the way I keep their homeowners insurance up to date and help them with claims too. The Harrises told the Floyds told the Carvels told the Lockmans, and so on. When you deliver good service with homeowners insurance, like State Farm agents do, word gets around. That's why State Farm insures more homes than anyone else.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sunday, someone put doubt in a white man's mind.
I want to know about Rachel Zachary. Sister!
About another white man's woman.
Why would they want to buy me?
Now, every man must fight to prove what cannot be forgiven.
The word is out, Ben.
Anyone touches her, I'll put a bullet through their God-fearing gut.
Burt Lancaster, Audrey Hepburn, and Audie Murphy are The Unforgiven. 10:35 Eastern on the Superstation Sunday morning.
It is midnight here at Bush Memorial Stadium. We go to the top half of the 17th inning, tied at 5, and Jose Oquendo on the mound for his second inning. Rick Mailer will bat for himself, then Deion James, then Andres Thomas. 17th, here's Skip.
I have absolutely no reason to say thank you to you.
It's okay, because I wasn't going to say you're welcome anyway.
De Leon switches back to left, Brunansky back to right. And Mailer leads it off against Oquendo. I'll tell you what, if Oquendo gets him out again, and if the Braves were to lose to a guy who's not even a pitcher, it would be maybe the darkest hour since the franchise has been in Atlanta. There's the first up. Deion James, the batter. So this is Mailer's game, no matter what.
Center fielder Deion James.
I think Chris Carpenter will remember his first major league game.
I know I will. Yeah, his first strikeout, the runner reached base.
When he's a grandfather, he'll be telling his grandchildren.
Breaking ball low.
They called me up to face the Atlanta Braves, a team I followed all the time when I was growing up, and the game wound up with our shortstop, sometimes first baseman, pitching at midnight.
Deion James strokes a single to center, so again the Braves have a potential go-ahead run on, and Andres Thomas is the batter.
Nobody will believe him.
Shortstop Andres Thomas.
Thomas takes a look at Willie Stargell now. Brunansky moves to left. De Leon moves to right.
Moving to left field, Tom Brunansky. Right, Jose De Leon.
I bet Brunansky really loves shifting back and forth. In the 17th inning, and he's stolen a base. He's been all over the place.
And if De Leon didn't get his running in before the game, he's getting it in now.
This is amazing. Throw to first. Pretty close. If you got picked off by a shortstop, I think you'd retire. Just missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the 17th. It's 5-5. It's been that way since the 7th. Since the top of the 7th. If you just got home back in Atlanta, this is not a replay. Fly ball right field. Uh-oh. De Leon drifts back. He's got it. Thomas took a shot over there, but you can see De Leon is cracked up.
And then Chris Carpenter will say in the 17th inning, the Atlanta shortstop hit a fly ball to right field where one of our pitchers was playing, but he made the catch.
Well, now Oquendo's not looking forward to this at all. He's got Dale Murphy up there.
And look where the outfield is playing.
Not exactly a vote of confidence for Oquendo. They're almost out of sight. Look at that. Come on, Murph, enough of this. Sidearm ground ball to second. He got him out again. We go to the bottom half of the 17th. This is unbelievable. 5-5.
When Delta Airlines Steve Masutka found a wedding ring,
The person who lost a ring, please return to Delta Gate B6.
I'll be standing over here
he
by
knew
the jet.
someone had to be very unhappy.
Young man, are you the one who found my ring?
Yes, ma'am.
This means so much to me. How can I repay you?
It's just part of my job, ma'am.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. There's no place that I'd rather be. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush.
Well, let's look at the scoreboard again. If you weren't with us for the first 5 hours, Houston beat Chicago 3-1. The Mets lost 3-2 to the Giants. Cincinnati beat the Pirates 5-3. In the ninth, the Dodgers lead Philadelphia 3-2. San Diego beat Montreal by a 3-2 score. American League, Yankees 3-2 over California. Cleveland 6-4 over Milwaukee. Boston 3-0 over Seattle. Minnesota 7-0 over Detroit. Chicago beat Toronto 7-5. Oakland 8-0 over Baltimore. Texas beat Kansas City 6-3. Outfielder pitcher Luis De Leon leads off the bottom of the 17th. 1 ball, no strike. Corked into center field. Deion James drifts back though, and De Leon is out, 1 away.
Just got a report from St. Louis's clubhouse. Randy O'Neill left the game because of ailing shoulder. That's the reason he had to come out of the game. Whitey Herzog did not want to have to use John Tudor. But Randy O'Neill joins the long list of ailing players for the Cardinals.
So they'll be, if it's serious, calling somebody else up yet again tomorrow. Ozzie Smith out in front. Hits it foul. What will he do if Oquendo runs out of gas? And he's not a pitcher. I'm sure he's hurting a little bit already after 2 innings out there. It's not like playing catch or playing shortstop or playing first base. Can you disable one player during a game and call another player up? Ozzie Smith steps up. I know you can fly from Louisville to St. Louis in less than 5 hours, and that's how long we've been playing this game. 2 balls and a strike.
Somebody may be catching an early morning plane tomorrow from Louisville or wherever Louisville's playing.
Ground ball right at Gant. 2 out.
Center fielder, Willie McGee.
Here's McGee. Tain't funny, McGee. 2 out, nobody on. 17th. We're at the 5-hour, 3-minute mark on this contest. Strike to McGee. Mailer has pitched very well. Everybody has pitched well since the 7th inning for both teams, including a shortstop. 1-1 to McGee.
Braves bullpen has put in 13 scoreless innings, 12 2/3 scoreless innings.
Curve, foul back again.
Palaio 2 scoreless innings, Assenmacher 2 scoreless, Alvarez 3 scoreless. Naylor now in his 6th inning.
Little chop towards second. Gann will throw him out. We go to the 18th inning. It's 5-5.
Lon Davis loves what he does for Delta, and sometimes it loves him back.
Hi, boy. How you doing?
Dear Delta, please take care of Spooner. He's never been on a plane before.
No windows today, boy. How about an aisle seat?
Spooner! Spooner!
Dear Brian, I thought Spooner would like his wings.
Hey, Spooner, you guys are wings.
Now you can take your car to the car wash or take the car wash to your car. The Zip Wax Hydro System from Turtle Wax. It's like having an automatic car wash in your driveway. The Hydro System powers away dirt and grime and leaves the kind of shine and protection Turtle Wax is famous for. The Zip Wax Hydro System from Turtle Wax. The easiest way you can wash and wax your car.
We go to the top half of the 18th inning. Final now from Dodger Stadium. Dodgers beat the Phillies 3-2. So this is the only game going. Jose Oquendo to pitch his 3rd inning now. Griffey, Perry, and Virgil due up here in the 18th. Griffey 2 for 7. He doubled off Oquendo in the 16th inning. Ball 1 to count. Longest game ever played by the Braves was a 20-inning game. This is the Atlanta Braves now, 1973. There was that memorable game with the New York Mets that went 19 innings on July 4th, 1985. And this is the 3rd time the Braves have played an 18-inning game. 84 against the Dodgers, 85 against the Giants. Oquendo with a 1-1. Griffey belts one high in the air, but that's no man's land out there. Straightaway center. Willie McGee, 1 down.
First baseman Gerald Perry.
Now Gerald Perry. He is 2 for 6 with an intentional walk. Ball 1 to count to Perry.
You'll be happy to know the voice of the Chicago Cubs looking in down in Houston today is kind enough to give us a call.
Fly ball, deep right field. Not deep enough, though. 2 men out. Now Bernansky will head over to left field. De Leon comes over to right because we have a right-hand batter, Ozzie Virgil.
Dan asked me, what are these two teams trying to do? And I had to tell him I don't know.
2 men out in the 18th inning. Jose Oquendo has worked 2 2/3 scoreless innings in relief after Randy O'Neill had to leave the game because of an ailing shoulder. I don't know what Jose was trying to do there.
What did it hit? Did it hit the bat? No, they say it didn't hit anything. 1-0.
Oquendo says, let's not call that pitch again. Can't throw that thing. There's a 1-0. 2-0 the count. 2 men out in the 18th inning for Atlanta. There's the 3-1 delivery, and he walked it. That's the second walk Oquendo has issued. Ken Oberkfell. He's 1 for 7. De Leon and Brunansky switching again. Boy, Tom Brunansky.
McGee must feel like a traffic cop. This guy's whizzing by him all the time.
Willie McGee out in center, telling De Leon where to position himself in left. There's Ken Oberkfell with 2 men out, a runner at first. Top half of the 18th inning. Ball 1 to Oberkfell. Juan Eichelberger up again in the Atlanta bullpen. The count goes to 2-0.
Oquendo, seriously, it's going to sound silly, but he might just be totally drained out there.
Here's the 2-0. Oberkfell takes a strike. Outside corner, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Just missed outside, 3-1. Oberkfell walks. Third walk issued by Oquendo. Runners now at first and second for Ronnie Gant. And there go Brunansky and De Leon again.
Brunansky to left, De Leon to right. Second baseman to right again.
Willie didn't even look up that time when they ran by. He's seen enough of it.
Ronnie Gant 2 out of 6. He's driven in 1 run. Two men out, runners first and second. Oquendo delivers. 0-1. Blocked by Lake. The runners have to stay put. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. There are the runners. Oberkfell at first. Ozzie Virgil at second. And here's the 1-1. Drilled. Wallace with a grab to end the inning. Oquendo survives another one. We go to the bottom half of the 18th. Still tied.
Sure he's coming. He'll be here. As long as I've known Tom. I need help. He's there. We're still shorthanded. Yep. Sure, I'm glad to see you. Reckon you are. Stay with you? Figured you wouldn't mind.
Stray's rounded up, you head for the mountains. Bush. And the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream.
Well, sure owe you one. How about this in here?
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Well, you see a heck of a play here by Lawless at third base. Gant hits the daylights out of the ball. That's into the corner were it not for Lawless.
Whitey Herzog met Oquendo when he got back to the dugout and was talking to him quite animatedly, probably saying, now let's not hurt yourself out there. You're sure you're okay if we have to go one more inning? If not, we'll get somebody else out there. But Oquendo looked like he was saying he was all right. Bottom half of inning 18. Tom Brunansky, who's got to be dead tired. All the running he's done back and forth the last 3 innings. Will lead it off here in the bottom of the 18th. He is 2 for 5 tonight. He's walked 3 times. He'll be followed by Tom Lawless and Steve Lake against Rick Mailer. Mailer working his 7th inning. He's retired the last 8 men he's faced. Toward that hole, Oberkfell with the play, throwing on to first. Bad throw. Hit by Perry. Brunansky hits for second. Gerald Perry throws down there. Bad throw. Oberkfell backs it up, though. The potential winning run at second again.
Oberkfell does well to get to the ball, but he can't get set. He sidearms it, and it really sails on him. Perry can't get there. Brunansky, if he wasn't tired before, he is now, and the throw is bad there. But Oberkfell, after making the error, backed up that, or Brunansky would be at third.
They're giving Brunansky a base hit, and he takes second on the error. That's the 20th Cardinal hit. It's the first error made tonight by either side. Chuck Tanner is out in front of the Atlanta dugout. He wants Perry to play in at first, looking for a bunt from Lawless. Nobody out. Brunansky at second. Lawless gets the bunt down. Mailer bobbles it. Everybody's safe. The Braves are self-destructing here in the bottom half of the 18th.
He had designs of making a play at third base here, and that's what cost him everything. And then he wisely holds on. Second error of the inning for Atlanta.
They're giving him a base hit on that. I can't believe that.
Oh, that's terrible.
They're giving Lawless a base hit. That's 21 hits. That should have been an error.
So should Brunansky's ball, I thought, Pete.
Now Steve Lake, infield in. Look at where Deion James is playing. Deion James playing right behind the bag at second. Griffey and Murphy, Little League depth in left and right. Bouncing ball third. Oberkfell will hold the runner, throw to first, 1 out.
Second baseman, Luis Alicea.
Now Luis Alicea, who is 0 for 8 in the game. See where Deion James is there? He's right behind the bag at second. Of course, any long fly ball, the run scores anyway.
Ball hit up the middle. They figured James can field and come to the plate, I guess.
Virgil on to talk with Mailer. The infield will play in. The outfield in very shallow and left and right. And Deion James has actually become another infielder. He is directly behind the bag at second. Alicea 0 for 8.
Would they dare try a squeeze here?
I don't think Brunansky could make it home.
You might be right.
Mailer from the stretch. Almost hit it.
I'm a little surprised they don't walk him to set up the 1-2-3 double play.
Now a 1-0 pitch on the way. Pitch out. Braves thought something might be on. It was not. The count 2-0 and Alicea. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside, 3-0.
Will they turn him loose here?
You see the unusual alignment of the defense in this situation for the runner at third that is the potential winning run. And the 3-0 pitch comes to Alicea. He walked it. Third walk given up by Mailer. So the base is loaded now with one man out for Dwayne Walker. Walker 1 for 2 since he came into the game. If Rick Mailer can get Dwayne Walker out with the runners holding, Jose Oquendo is in the on-deck circle, and he would have a chance to really be a hero. Ball 1 to Walker. We're in the bottom half of the 18th inning. Tom Brunansky, the potential winning run at third. He's the only one of those base runners that really matters right now. If he scores, it's all over, and Jose Oquendo would be a winning pitcher. 1-1, the count on Walker.
Boy, he had a good cut at that pitch.
One of the more unusual and more interesting games that we've seen in a long time. But if the Cardinals win this game here, it'll be one of the most humiliating losses ever for the Atlanta Braves. The Cardinals running out of pitchers. The shortstop shutting the team down for 3 innings. Braves guilty of bad base running. The 1-1 to Walker. 2-1. Walker awaiting the 2-1 pitch from Mailer. Finally, he steps out. The 2-1 to Dwayne Walker. Towards short, caught. They've got a double play. Tom Brunansky was off the bag at third. The Braves get out of it, and we continue from St. Louis. Andres Thomas to Ken Oberkfell. Tom Brunansky trapped off the bag at third. We go to the 19th inning. It is still a 5-5 game, and they have, by the way, changed the scoring now. Take the base hit away from Tom Lawless and charge an error and a sacrifice.
Of truth. You're confident as you step up to the mound. They're expecting a squeeze play. But no, because today you're throwing nothing but a strike. Matchlight real Kingsford charcoal with just the right amount of lighter fluid already added for perfect lighting every time and surefire delivery to the plate. Matchlight charcoal from Kingsford. What the pros use.
Well, it was July 4th and 5th, as it turned out, 1985, when the Braves and Mets played a memorable 19-inning contest, and this one rivaling that one. Rick Camp has not been here to hit a home run, but we've seen just about everything else that you want to see in a game. 19th inning, it is 5-5. Jose Oquendo pitching in his 4th inning now. Mailer will lead it off, then James, and then Thomas. Here's Skip.
Okay, Pete. Mailer has done a heck of a job. You lose sight of the fact because you're so stunned by Oquendo getting major league hitters out, but Mailer has pitched a fine ball game through 7 innings. Shutout baseball. He's only 0 for 2 in the game. Bernansky is in left this time, and De Leon in right. Strike call, 0-1.
Longest game ever by Atlanta, 20 innings, May 4th, 1973 against the Phillies.
We're close to that. That's well hit if it's fair. It is hooking. It is foul. Mailer just missed a potential double. Count goes to 0-2. The Cardinals have left 21 runners on base. Braves have left 12.
And in the last 4 days, the Cardinals have played 53 innings of baseball.
Oh, that's amazing. As you just saw, Night Tracks coming along. Eventually, Oquendo strikes out Mailer. That's his first one of those.
Well, let's see what he threw him here. Just a little changeup. Bernansky and De Leon switching positions again. Tom Bernansky is saying, now I know why they made the trade.
Jose De Leon moves to left field. Tom Bernansky in right.
Deion James, the batter. He steps out. Deion has a couple of hits tonight, or in this game. It's now this morning. 1 ball, no strikes. Both teams have had excellent chances to win this game, but neither has been able to get it done. That eludes Lake and goes to the screen. Well, how is anybody going to have anything left to play one tomorrow afternoon or later today as it works out? That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Jose Oquendo doing a job here. A little tap off his foot. It's 2-2. He's given up 3 hits in 3 1/3 innings. Struck out 1, walked 3, but allowed no run.
Every young pitcher in baseball should be watching Jose Oquendo. He is just proving tonight that if you throw the ball in the vicinity of the plate, sometimes even the best hitters in baseball will hit a fly ball or a ground ball or a line drive right at somebody. It don't have to be too fine.
3 balls, 2 strikes. James calls time again. There's a drive, but it's hooking fouled on the right side.
Wonder if Jose Oquendo has a Cy Young clause in his contract.
Boy, he's been a Cy Young performer tonight at first base and on the mound. He missed outside with a fastball, so James is aboard. That's his 4th walk. And Andres Thomas, the batter. Thomas drove in a run with an infield out earlier. He has 1 hit on the night. So he's 1 for 8.
Right.
Well, just think if this was the first game of a twilight doubleheader. Look on the bright side, I always say. Throw to first. James goes diving back. Time time is called, James and Bob Skinner talk it over. Sidearm fastball just missed. Lake wanted that pitch. He held it there, but Davidson said no. Chase James back. Braves could play some hit and run here. Dale Murphy is next. There's a strike. It's 1-1.
Kendo knows what he's trying to do out there. He drops down, comes sidearm every now and then. He's thinking about what he's
not
going
just
to do.
giving him that one
He's
look.
not just throwing that same old pitch over and over again.
Crossfire. Strike 2. 1-2. Thomas didn't like that one. And Bob Davidson has heard about enough. He's been out there for 5.5 hours. Runner going. Little pop. Lake waits. 2 out. This is really something, folks.
Right fielder Dale Murphy.
Dale Murphy is 0 for 7 as he stands in. And his average is now .208. With 4 homers, 10 RBI.
Look where Tom Brunansky is playing Dale Murphy. He's on the warning track in left field, right on the edge of it.
Fastball high and away, 1-0.
You will never see a left fielder play any deeper than that against anybody.
Brunansky looks like he fought World War I barehanded out there. He's really a mess. Slow curve, a beauty. One and one, the count. Chased a curveball, a foot outside. 1-2. The Jose chant goes up again. He's the toast of the town in St. Louis. That ball gets away with a runner going. James is at second. He thinks about going to third, but does not. It's 2-2. It'll be a wild pitch, I assume. Should be.
Should be a stolen base. Dion was running on it. They've got wild pitch up in the scoreboard, but this should be a stolen base, even though the pitch does sail over Lake's glove because James is running on the pitch.
They'll figure that out, I'm sure, momentarily. Now a base hit would give Atlanta the lead. Just missed with a breaking ball. Ken Griffey's on deck. If Murphy walks, he'll be the man of the hour. Murphy walks. So Griffey has a chance here. He doubled against Okendo back in the 16th. Flied to center against him in the 18th. The outfielders shift again. Brunansky to right, De Leon to left. I'll tell you what, Okendo really showed you some intestinal fortitude out there tonight, boy. But he's got a tough hombre to get here. James at second, Murphy at first, 2 out. Strike, 0-1. Gerald Terry would be next, but there are 2 out in the inning. even now, 1-1. Later today, Tom Glavine against Larry McWilliams. 2:15 Eastern. Line down the left field line. That's going to take care of the tie. 1 run is it. Murphy is around third. They're going to wave him. He will score. Griffey stops at second, and the Braves lead 7-5. And he just patiently waited for that ball and served it down the left field line. So luck finally runs out for Jose Oquendo, and the Braves have the
First baseman Gerald Perry.
And here's Gerald Perry, and it wouldn't hurt to get a little more the way this wacky night has gone. Perry's not going to get a chance to do anything about it. Looks like they're going to put him on. They will. And Ozzie Virgil will be the batter. He's singled and walked against Oquendo in this game. And a long one here couldn't hurt. The shift in the outfield as the intentional pass is effective. 7-13-2 for the Braves. 5-20-0 for St. Louis. And here's Ozzie. He is 2 for 7 with a walk. Or thereabouts. Does that add up?
Close enough.
Either 2 for 7 or 4 for 11. We're not sure. Curveball, strike call. Oquendo will lead off the bottom of the inning. 0-2 the count to Virgil. Griffey at second, Perry at first. Tom Smith, our director, still hanging in there, calling the shots after almost 6 hours. Ground ball to third, should end the inning. The throw is across the diamond into the dirt, but dug out. The inning is over, but the Braves scored 2 on 1 hit. No errors were charged. We go to the bottom of the 19th. It's 7-5 Atlanta.
Introducing Lee sculptured nails. Long-lasting like luxury salon nails, but affordable because you do them at home.
Lee sculptured nails. Affordable. But are they easy?
Like nothing you've ever used before. If you can polish your nails, you can do it. Glue on an extension.
No form.
Brush on the overlay.
Like nail polish.
Smooth shape and polish.
Lee sculptured nails are easy.
And long-lasting like salon nails. Plus, they're affordable.
Lee sculptured nails.
Who else but Lee?
The Time Machine is here. A revolutionary new allergy-tested skincare system built around an anti-aging cream that actually works to reduce years of lines and wrinkles. So different that it's known by its laboratory code, FD29. So different that it can actually make your skin look visibly younger. The FD29 allergy-tested skincare system from Francis Denny.
Available at the Bond, Hess's, Lazarus, the May Company, California, and other fine stores.
Jose Oquendo will lead off the bottom of the 19th. 7-5 Atlanta the score. Braves have been out hit 20-13. The Cardinals have left 21 men on base. Atlanta 14. It's been that kind of night and morning in St. Louis. Oquendo, let's check him out. He is 1 for 3 with a sacrifice and pitched 4 innings, allowing just 2 runs. Randy O'Neill hurt a shoulder after working 1 inning for the Cardinals, so we don't know about his availability. Cardinals have had an unbelievable rash of injuries this year. Suter and Cox and Daly and now O'Neill.
Grain and Matthews both on that DL.
Right. John Tudor will pinch hit next. Fly ball left field. Griffey is there. One pitch, one out, and the pitcher, John Tudor, comes to the plate. He bats for De Leon.
Batting for Jose De Leon. Number 30, John Tudor.
Tudor is 1 out of 5 on the year. That's 200 batting average.
He becomes the 23rd player used in this game. The only man for the Cardinals who hasn't played, Larry McWilliams, tomorrow's starting pitcher.
He's a 170 career hitter, is Tudor, coming into this year. So now lifetime he's 48 out of 282 with 15 RBI. Ozzie Smith is next. A ball and a strike to count. Mailer has pitched great baseball here. Curve in there, 1-2.
This is his 8th inning of work, so they're going to have to move him back to at least Wednesday now.
I'll tell you what, Whitey Herzog's gamble came so close to coming through in the inning just passed. Ground ball to first. That should be easy. Perry will take it himself. 2 out. So Ozzie Smith is the Cardinals' last hope.
Shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie is 2 for 9 in the game. His 10th at bat. And he lines it to right. Murphy comes in, goes out. Win, win, win. Atlanta in 19. Another routine victory. The Braves get by the Cardinals 7-5 in 19. We'll have totals and highlights after we figure it all out, right after this.
This is it. Your day in the sun. You've got experience, talent. You know that being hungry isn't enough. You gotta have equipment you can depend on. The charcoal that brings power and consistency to your game. Then, and only then, can you bask in the glow of victory. Kingsford Charcoal. What the pros use.
Today's small cars are tougher than ever on oil. Their high-compression engines not only rev high, they can run hotter than regular small car engines. Their searing heat can begin to break down an oil immediately. That's why there's Castrol, the motor oil that in every grade provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol before your engine does something to get you heated up. Castrol, engineered for today's smaller cars.
Time of the game, 5 hours and 40 minutes, and Pete Van Wieren has the happy total.
7-13-2 for Atlanta, 5-20-0 for the Cardinals. Braves stranded 14. St. Louis left 21 men on base. Rick Mailer with 8 scoreless innings of relief gets the win. He's now 2-4. The Braves bullpen tonight combined for 15 scoreless innings. And the losing pitcher, Jose Oquendo, the little utility man, battled for 4 innings, did his job for 3, but the Braves finally got to him in the 19th inning.
Ken Griffey, the game-winning RBI, his second, and Tom Glavine against Larry McWilliams at 2:15 Eastern Time later today.
Oquendo is 0-1.
That he is, but he showed us a lot of courage here tonight. As we've been promising you for about 3 hours, Night Tracks Chartbusters is next on the Superstation. For Pete, Ernie Johnson, Billy Sample, our TBS crew, from St. Louis, Skip Terry. So long, everybody.
Atlanta Braves baseball has been brought to you by Busch Beer, the beer with a taste as smooth as its name. By the official airline of the Atlanta Braves, Delta. We love to fly, and it shows. and by Turtle Wax, the world's largest selling car wax. Atlanta Braves Baseball is a production of TBS Sports.